Hey DC Collectors, welcome to a brand new episode of the show. Today we're taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Bloodsport from the Suicide Squad. This is the second of the Suicide Squad figures that I'm reviewing. I know I'm a little bit late to the party on this, but pre-orders are just backed up for some reason. This finally came in, so I'm still looking for Polka Dot Man and Peacemaker, but hopefully those will be coming in fairly soon. So let's start by taking a look at the packaging. As you can see, just a window box to give you a look at Bloodsport, as well as the King Shark Build-A-Figure pieces. Back of the packaging gives you a nice look at Idris Elba from the film, as well as what it takes to build King Shark and the other three figures that are in the set. Right side of the box, left side of the box, top, bottom. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's break this guy open and let's play. Okay, so here is Bloodsport out of the package. Man, it took me forever to get. It took me 5 minutes to get this guy out of the package. They put so many of those plastic or those rubber bands around this guy. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so let's start by taking a look at the accessories. Like always, they come with trading cards, which features, this is promotional photos from the movie. Little bio on the back. Movie. Something doesn't look right. It's not that he doesn't have the mask on. The colors are totally off. So what's up with that? Why are the colors totally off? So I guess this can be explained away a little bit. Typically these things take about a year from concept to toy aisle. So maybe these things were in production before maybe some of the costume color changes were implemented in the film. But I don't know. I mean, COVID played in a rather large role in this movie being delayed. So I don't know if that's the case either. This is just weird. I don't know how they went from this to this. Maybe McFarlane will one day explain that. Like all the figures, they come with this cool DC black base. Got the DC logo here and the one peg there. He comes with these two swords because Bloodsport comes with swords all the time. He never uses Wait, where's his guns? Bloodsport is known for using guns. I mean, his first appearance in like Superman number 2 or number 3 or something like that. I can't remember what. It was an early issue of Superman. He used guns. He's always used guns. In the movie, he uses guns. What's up with the swords? I know, this is one of those Warner Brothers directed things where, hey, don't put guns with the toys. But in this case, this is ridiculous. It's stupid. If you're going to film an adult Titans TV show, an adult Doom Patrol TV show, why can't you put out guns with action figures? So we get a couple of pieces of the King Shark build here. You get the front and the back. These things do go together, but there's some other pieces that have to be applied before we snap everything together. So this will be another review at a later date. Now let's get an up close look at Bloodsport. Okay, so there is not, the paint on this thing is non-existent. Okay, really there are 4 colors on this guy. You have the orange here that is everywhere. You have some black on the boots. Of course, the dark blue or navy or whatever color that is that they went with for the total figure. You have some skin tone right here, and it looks like they decided for whatever reason, you know what, let's divide this up a bit and put a little metallic blue on some of the buckles and the belt, and we'll call it a day, because that is it. This is like one of the most poor painted figures out of the McFarlane Toys releases so far. Look at the face. I mean, the face looked nothing. This mask looked nothing like this in the film. I mean, this is going to take some work to get it to be screen accurate. This just irks me so bad that the paint job is on this. And I know I'm going to have some detractors out there telling me, it's a 1995 figure. I mean, what do you expect? Blah, 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 blah. Well, I expect, a screen accurate toy, hopefully, especially because it's a collector's grade toy. It's not a kid's toy. I know kids buy them, but with all the articulation, the size, this is aimed at adults, I would think. Oh well. So as far as the sculpt goes, you can get a good look at the face. I mean, the sculpt looks good. I have no qualms with the sculpt. The sculpt actually looks pretty good. I love the textures on this. I don't like this as that rubbery plastic piece that I hate that. I hate the diaper, but I hate the diaper on all the McFarlane toys. So I wish they would go a different route than this rubber stuff. The ankle joints, I'm not going to complain about those too much because they're covered up pretty nicely and they don't look ridiculous. Same thing with the wrist joints. Those are covered up well, so kudos to McFarlane Toys on covering those up for this particular figure. All right, so let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. His head can tilt and turn. It's on a ball joint, so it goes all the way around. He can look up and he can look down. He's pretty slick on top too, so my hand kind of slipped off when I was playing with him. All right, so as far as the shoulders goes, he has, you know, I don't know, is that really a butterfly joint? I don't know. I mean, because it doesn't have much movement back and forth, but it does have the look of a butterfly joint. But oh well, he can go all the way around. He can go up about that far. Go bicep swivel, so you can see there he has double jointed elbows, which for the most part look pretty decent. He has good mobility at the wrist, so he can do a ton of things that most other figures can't do at the wrist. He can turn at the waist. He's on a ball joint too, but you can't really see it because of this design, and this impedes some of the mobility a little bit. He can do a nice split. I guarantee you he can't. That's about as far that way as he's gonna split. This hip is sort of wonky on mine. I don't know what it is. Like, this one's straight. It looks good. This one sort of seems like it's popped out a little bit. I've been pressing on it trying to get it in. I don't know what it is. Could be the way it was packaged in the package, and the diaper is sort of worn right here, flayed out because of the way the leg was in the package, which I hate when they do that too. All right, so he has double jointed knees, as you can see. Can he turn it? He can't turn at the calf, but he does have the McFarlane ankle stuff that he can move pretty good, and he does have toe articulation, which is like, whoop-dee, thanks. You know, you could save a bunch of money by not adding those. Or you can save some money and maybe give it a better paint job if you stop doing the toe articulation, which is I don't really care for. Other than that, okay, so he's a decent figure. Nice heft to him. I'm loving the details. I mean, just some of the texture on the pants, the texture on this. I mean, it looks good. It looks like it was sculpted to be screen accurate. It just fails from a paint perspective. The paint job really fails this guy, and a custom paint job will probably take this guy above and beyond, and he'll be a very, very, very nice action figure. And the lack of guns, really. I mean, he's got gun hand. Well, I mean, they're there to hold the sword. I get that, but I just and the swords are they just go in his hands very easy, like almost to the point like they're gonna fall out if you're not careful. This guy even has a trigger finger here, so I don't know. I at some point along in the process of creating this toy, I guarantee you guns were created and Warner Brothers issued their edict of no guns with toys, and that sort of changed the course of this action figure, and probably the course of the whole Suicide Squad release. All right, so that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this informative, and I hope it helps you choose whether or not to buy this action figure. If you did find it informative, hit that like button and that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. Also, check me out on DCCollectors.com, where you'll probably find more pictures of this guy, as well as other pictures of my DC collectibles. You can find me on social media at DC Collectors on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. All right, folks, that is it for this episode. If you have any questions about this guy, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll answer them to the best of my ability because I do have him in hand. Also, if you have any questions about any of DC Comics toys and collectibles, leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer those too as best as I can. All right, folks, that's it. God bless.